Hello YouTube, this is Morgan, Airspeed Prime here at my next Legend of Korra Book 4 news update. And yeah, we got the big one yesterday, release date, and we've got a bit more news today. Details of when the New York Comic Con Korra panel is going to be, plus a new image of Book 4, Korra's design for Book 4, basically. So first of all, New York Comic Con 2014. The Korra panel is going to be on Thursday, October 9th at 5:15 p.m. So that's when the panel is going to be, and this apparently is going to be the last Korra panel that we get. They're not going to be at SDCC, so this is going to be the last one, and that's a pretty big deal. So I assume because it takes place basically the week after Book 4 debuts, they'll probably do concept art for some of the new characters, new character designs. And I also think they're probably going to have to talk about stuff like just the show coming to an end, the journey that they've been on, maybe give some sort of a statement about like the future of Avatar or something like that. That they'll be back. They have no plans right now, but they will be back. Something like that. I think that's important for them to say out of something like this. But overall, I hope it's not like SDCC and they don't waste a lot of the panel with terrible questions and other sorts of stuff. This is the last one. They really need to go out with a bang, make it special. But yeah, that's the New York Comic Con panel. October 9th, Thursday of the panel of the con. There'll be coverage all over the place. I'll be covering it on the site. I believe two members of the podcast team, I think Kelly and Greg, are both going to New York Comic Con. So more than likely they'll both get into the con this year, and we'll have some kind of first-hand accounts pretty much on the podcast. Maybe not the week of, just because they'll probably still be at the convention, but the week afterwards and stuff like that. But anyway, that is that. Second bit of news is pretty interesting. That is the new image that we got with this announcement of the New York Comic Con details, and that is that we got our first look at Korra's Book 4 design. You can see the image here. So yeah, as you can see, very interesting. Main thing to notice is just like, first of all, she's standing. She looks like she's getting ready to fight. So she's not in the wheelchair the whole book. So at some point this book, she gets out of the wheelchair, recovers, or there's a time skip and she's recovered at the start of book 4, and we're dealing with just the effect of her being out of action for a while. Either way, it looks pretty interesting. I get the sense that some decent amount of time will have passed, because Mike O'Brien and some of the other directors and stuff like that mentioned that there's a decent amount of hairstyle changes going into book 4, so it makes me think that there probably is a decent amount of time skip going into the next book, and I assume Jinora is going to have her normal hairstyle. She's going to grow some of the hair, and there's going to be a new hairstyle there. Maybe the brothers Mako Bolin will have a new hairstyle, but what we see here is Korra with her new hairstyle, and the big thing to note is just that it's her hair is obviously down. She doesn't have any of the kind of ornaments in it. There, she usually has the kind of three kind of ponytail type things, the little details on the back and the two at the side. This time around she doesn't have any of that, and then as you can see from this trailer, usually her hair is fairly long when it is down, but she still has the two kind of ones at the sides. This time around it's none of that. Her hair is a lot not really short, but still fairly long. And overall, it's a pretty cool design. Just that we're going to get like Korra with her hair permanently down. I think it's a kind of really nice, kind of more mature look for her if there is a bigger time skip. And the outfit seems to be book 2, as you can sort of see with the longer sleeves and the different outfit as well. So that's pretty interesting. Not a whole lot to say other than that, I'm glad they've gone back to the book 2 outfit, because I think that's a lot better than the book 1 one. I just prefer it overall. But overall, it's a cool character redesign, and I can't wait to actually see the others. Because that's one thing we haven't had a lot with Korra so far. We had Korra in book 2 for the first few episodes, but for the most part, we haven't really had a lot of character redesigns in terms of the characters growing older and stuff like that. Like Katara with her hairstyle, you know, the book 3 hairstyle is very different than the book 1 and 2, and stuff like that. Sokka gets the armor and stuff like that in the last book, and different costume again. So it's going to be cool to see some of the other characters maybe with a different design. Either way, book 4 looks set to be super exciting. I assume we're going to get a trailer next week. I assume like in the next few days probably they'll have to release a trailer for this, if they do one. But I really doubt that they won't promote it via trailer, given that they have footage. They've put book 4 footage into a book 3 trailer, so I assume something's happening there in the next few days. I'll definitely have an analysis video on the trailer when it does come out though. Final thing I'll say just is that this plus yesterday's news is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to recent news. The past few weeks there's been a lot of stuff happening, and with the podcast, Avatar Online podcast, we're returning to regular episodes this Sunday with episode 98, and we are going to have a huge news section basically to start off the podcast. We have a lot of stuff to catch up on. We've got a little bit of everything. We've got merchandise news, video game news, comic news, Korra Book 4 news, Korra Book 3, you know, DVD news, and I think there's even a little bit more as well. Lots of news to cover. We've got a listener question to answer, and our big discussion talking point for the episode is going to be our top 10 Avatar The Last Airbender episode list, so that's going to be a fun one. We haven't talked about Avatar in a while just because Book 3 is so heavily on our minds, but yeah, should be fun. And yeah, that's the video. Lots of exciting stuff to look forward to. Definitely I'll continue to keep you guys updated on book 4 and onwards. It just means the one thing I will say is that my episode commentaries for book 3 will be delayed. I probably won't get around to doing book 3 and 4 episode commentaries until after book 4. So just an update on that. But thanks for watching this video, and bye.